Amelia.
Microphones, thank you. Working now. Hold it about 4 or 5 inches, guys. Hello? About 4 or 5 inches from your mouth, okay? Just be. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, I understand. So you don't want to start until you're ready, yeah? You can start. You're happy to start.
Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the press conference at COP29. Thank you for coming here. My name is Yuanfeng Wu, and I'm the project manager from Co-Share Environment, which is a non-profit organization in Shanxi province in China, and we dedicated to promoting the regional sustainable development as a regional think tank. So let's talk about today's topic, which focuses on the subnational communication, climate change communication. So as we know, strategic communication can help more people around the world to understand the concept of green and low carbon development. So today we are very glad to invite some guests from different organizations to talk about how the communication can help cope with the climate change and share their best communication practices. So let me introduce our speakers today. So we have Ms. Jing. She's the director of the Energy Foundation China, and we have Mr. Wang. She's the Vice Minister of Public Affairs Department from the All China Environment Federation, and also we have my colleague Ms. Yue Hua. She is also the project manager from Co-Share Environment. Now I would like to hand over the mic to Ms. Jing to share some practice of Energy Foundation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is Jing Hui. I'm from Energy Foundation China. Very happy to be here and talk about how strategic communications can support subnational activities. While much of the focus of climate negotiation is on global and national commitments at COP29, we must not forget the very important role of subnational actors, the cities, regions, and provinces that are on the front lines of transforming energy systems and creating more sustainable and resilient economies. Today we're going to talk about a province in China. It is called Shanxi province. It's a typical subnational player working on such front lines that I talked about just now. As China's energy capital, Shanxi relied heavily on high-emission industries, such as coal, as a lot of people know, for its economy. Shanxi is right now standing on a pivotal moment of transformation, but how can it decarbonize while ensure that it sustains its growth and that people whose livelihood are tied to traditional industries are not left behind? And this is where strategic communications chimes in. For energy transition to happen in Shanxi or anywhere, it's not enough to simply announce policies or to set ambitious targets. We need to build shared vision of what the decarbonized future looks like. We also need to convince people that energy transition is not just about reducing emissions. It's also about bringing cleaner and better health, cleaner air, better health, creating new industries and jobs, and investing in the future. We need to engage as many stakeholders as possible to co-create solutions and inspire actions. Of course, to do this takes a lot of local wisdom and knowledge. Energy Foundation China, where I work, we are a philanthropic foundation supporting strategic and innovative solutions to accelerate energy transition. We are very proud of the many locally relevant explorations that our grantees and partners have been making. For example, it is discovered that the rich cultural heritage in Shanxi, which increasingly suffers from the impact of extreme weather events, offers a powerful reminder of the interconnectedness between people, cultural heritage, and climate. And this opens conversations on how to take serious measures towards a safer climate. Furthermore, it can be leveraged as a tool for economic diversification through green tourism. Of course, I will not reveal a lot of information here because my colleague from CoShare is going to share more later. One critical moment of effective communications in Shanxi and in any region undergoing transition is the involvement of local communities and stakeholders. Too often, top-down messaging fails to resonate with the very people whose lives are most affected. Local voices, local stories, and local leadership must be front and center in the communication strategy. As a philanthropic foundation, Energy Foundation China is committed to supporting these efforts through strategic partnerships and communications initiatives. So I urge all of us, whether we're working in government, philanthropy, businesses, or civil society, to invest in communication strategies that elevate local voices, inspire actions, and build trust as we move towards a greener, more resilient world. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks, Ms. Jing, and we really appreciate the Energy Foundation China's support in subnational transition with communication and also support for the local cultural heritage protection. So next we have Mr. Wang. Their organization also have some explorations in promoting the local low-carbon communication practice that can share with us. So I will give the floor to Mr. Wang.
Okay, thank you for Mr. Wu. And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Wang Jiajia from Old China Environmental Foundation. What attitude should the public hold towards climate change? What communication strategies can social organization create? What type of population is targeted? In order to study the questions about clearly, I would like to share some content about low carbon communication by the program Low Carbon Together. ACEF has launched the program with supporting by Energy Foundation. The project aims to help local CSOs to find solutions to local problems, enhance their communication skills, support them to implement the dual carbon package. The project has carried out 3 phases. It received 150 applications from 24 provinces of China and finally selected 17 cases, leading 8 non-climate environmental protection organizations to explore how to spread dual carbon growth in their communities. The phase 1 of the project focuses on the low carbon consumptions. We supported 5 projects. The data about inspired consumption actions, direct emission reductions, and in particularly the potential for longer emission reduced behaviors can be found in our report. The second phase of the project focuses on the low carbon transportation. 6 grant projects have been selected from typical cities across the country. It established local low carbon travel research kits, a strategy communication knowledge base, organized capacity building activities. It's formed several low carbon travel advocacy mechanisms available. The third phase selected 6 low carbon travel projects with different models: low carbon travel plus kitting, low carbon travel plus health, and low carbon travel plus cultural tourism. Through the accumulation from the phases, we have also paid attention to the issue of climate change plus cultural heritage and local renewable energy promotion. 3 items were selected for each topic. For the issue of cultural heritage, we pay attention to 3 areas. Firstly, how to carry out circle-breaking communication. Besides, how to explore joint actions, mechanisms for the cultural heritage protection. Thirdly, climate change monitoring. The phase 4 of the program is under implementation. We look forward to having more achievement to share with you in the future. Thank you for your attention.
So thanks, Mr. Wang, for your sharing. And actually, our organization, Co-Share Environment, has carried out the Cycling in Taiyuan program with the support of All China Federation, Environment Federation. So thank you for your sharing. And now let's turn our attention to the local Shanxi province. Usually we say people have 2 minds about Shanxi. One is a big coal-producing province, and another is above-ground museum with countless cultural heritage. So next, my colleague and I will focus on Shanxi to show you what we found about Shanxi's transition and low-carbon communication practices with our local characteristics. Now, I will give the floor to my colleague, Yue Hua, please.
Okay, thanks. My name is Zhao Yuehua from Co-Share Environment. My colleague, Ms. Ru, just introduced our organization, and for myself, I personally focus on energy transition in resource-based regions. Now, I'm glad to introduce some transition progress in Shanxi province. Shanxi is located in northern China, covers a total area of 557,000 square kilometers, with a population of about 35 million and a GDP of about $360 billion in 2023, ranking 20th in China. Shanxi plays a leading role in coal production with an annual output of 1.37 billion tons in 2023, ranking first in China. Additionally, Shanxi has abundant coal reserves, also ranking first in China. Shanxi transports coal to more than 20 provinces, and the amount of coal transported out of Shanxi accounted for about 60% of the province's total coal production, playing an important role in ensuring national energy security. The core industry provides significant support to Shanxi's economy. However, the reliance on a single resource also put pressure on Shanxi to transition towards a sustainable development path. In recent years, Shanxi is committed to transformation, to innovation, intelligence, and greenness. For example, Shanxi has basically built a 1+X policy system for carbon peak and carbon neutrality, issued and implemented the top-level design document in provincial level, as well as implementation plans for key subfields such as energy, industry, urban and rural equations, and so on. Secondly, in order to achieve the national carbon neutrality goal, Shanxi has set clear targets for the development of new and clean energy, aiming for a 50% share by 2025 and a 60% share by 2030. As of June 2024, the installed capacity of new and clean energy in Shanxi reached about 64 billion kilowatts, accounting for about 47% of the total installed power capacity and about 28% of the power generation. Lastly, Shanxi actively develops new carbon industries, fostering and developing 10 key industry chains. And in the hydrogen energy chain, leading enterprises like Meijing, Pengfei, and Jingnan Steel utilize existing coking facilities to produce hydrogen from coke oven gas, thereby recycling waste while fostering new industrial growth. At the same time, we also clearly see that the economic pillar industries in Shanxi, such as coal mining industry, steel coking, electric power, and so on, contribute more than 80% to the operating income and more than 70% to employment. The employment guarantee and large funding gap involved in Shanxi green and low carbon transformation progress will be a tough battle. However, we are hopeful that through continuous optimization of energy, industry, and cultural structure, Shanxi can achieve information at high quality development. Thank you for your attention to Shanxi. Thank you for listening. Next, we will show you a video to introduce some other aspects of Shanxi. Thank you.
Yeah, I would say sorry because we have some technical problem in playing the video, so maybe we will play it later. So now I would like to introduce you the other side of Shanxi province, because Shanxi has the largest number of protection relics units in China. The preservation of the historical building is inseparable from a stable climate environment. However, the frequent extreme weather in recent years has caused loss of cultural heritage, such as the collapse of ancient buildings. You can see from the picture that the collapse of ancient buildings due to the heavy rains, and also the erosion of grottos due to the strong winds. So the protection of cultural heritage under climate change is Shanxi's unique climate change story. So as also for the transition, Shanxi has a strong potential for developing its cultural tourism in that industry. Maybe you can see the picture here. Is a famous game called Black Myth Wukong. Yes, there are over 55 scenes in this game come from Shanxi. According to the relevant policy documents, Shanxi plans to increase the tourism and related industry value-added share of GDP to over 5% by the end of 2028, aim to establish its strategic pillar industry. So based on these local characteristics, we're working on disseminate Shanxi's own low-carbon stories through the communication. So under the support of Energy Foundation, we just launched the Shan He Jing Yao communication plans, which means we want to tell the story of Shanxi's low carbon development. So in the first phase of the project, we aim to improve the ability of the green and low carbon communication of the participants in Shanxi by 3 means. The first, we help to identify the 2 important and representative low carbon issues in Shanxi. One is reduction of pollution and carbon emissions, as my colleague Yuehua just said, in some key industries in Shanxi. And another one is conservation and utilization of cultural heritage under the climate change. So we complied 2 communication toolkits to guide the communicators in Shanxi to find and divert the audience and to provide some communication methods and some great cases under the topic. And also then, in order to enhance the climate communication capabilities of the communicators in Shanxi, we organize series of training and practical activities. It helps multiple stakeholders of climate communication to understand the communication methods and cases. So last but not least, we have established some story samples and multiple communication methods. So around the 2 topics, for example, we hold an exhibition to holding umbrella for the Asian buildings in Shanxi Museum to attract the participation of some children and foreigners. And also we call for the cycling tours for cities' historical buildings to help them understand the impact of climate change to the Asian buildings. And also we have produced some cultural and creative products that maybe young people love, like there's a coffee cap sleeve and some fan, and our pen with the Shanxi historical pattern in there. So these stories have received widespread attention and participation. So of course, this is just the beginning of our work on low carbon and green communication. Now we are calling on more communicators, including the college and universities, social organization, media, and so on, through a small grant program. And we will work together to form a temperature and time journey to form a unique climate communication brand in Shanxi. And we hope next year we will bring new outputs to share with you. So finally, I would like to thank you all who care about the green and low carbon transition in Shanxi and China, and thank all the partners who support our communication activities, and hope more people will pay attention to the protection and utilization of the cultural heritage. So if you're interested in telling the low carbon communication, maybe we do invite you to contact with us, and afterward, and work together to promote the low carbon world. So thank you so much for your time and attention. Maybe if we'll try to play the video, and if you have any question, we can connect now. Yeah, so if you are interested in with us cultural products, please come to us and we will share with you. Sorry for that technical problem, and this is end of our press conference. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry about your video.
It's quite good going.
I tell you